Hey guys, Jesus, that was awkward. I am going to tag some people and hopefully you guys will be notified. Per usual, I'm just tagging the people that pop up because I just want everyone to be able to get this information. And like I said, I'm just like going through and tagging like the first people. So if you are on here watching live, say hey, let me know. If you are watching the replay, let me know. Tag any of your teammates. A lot of you guys, you may know this information, you may not, but this is a guide to growth basics. And I've actually had a lot of questions about this on my personal team page. So I wanted to come on and do this video so that I could explain everything once and then have a video to share with you guys. So if you have any questions, good morning everybody, post them in the comments section, and I'm just going to go really quickly through what a reinstatement is, why they're fabulous, and just a couple of different things about that. Okay, so a reinstatement is somebody who decides to reinstate with Scentsy. Okay, so you know that if you do not sell your minimum amount and you go inactive, you cannot come back for 3 months, right? So after those 3 months, you are eligible to come back completely for free. Okay, now this is where a lot of people get really, really confused. You can come back completely for free. Okay, how they do that is they type in the workstation address, workstation.scentsy.us, and they go back and log into their account just like they would if they were an active Scentsy consultant. Okay, if they don't know their consultant ID, then you are going to have to give them the number to consultant support and they can call and get that number. If they were previously on your team, like you personally sponsored them, you may be able to look back through your email and find their enrollment information, because that will be on there. But if they were not on your team, they're going to have to call and get their consultant ID number. There's no way for you to find that out for them because it's personal information. Okay? So they can log into their workstation. Now, when they do that, it's going to walk them through a self-serve reinstatement process. But also if they're not eligible to come back yet, they can log into their workstation and it will tell them how many days they have until they can reinstate. So if they're not sure, they can try and log in anyway. Now, I'm going to be honest, with everything going on, Scentsy has approved a couple people to come back early. So if they're interested in coming back, they can call Scentsy and see what Scentsy says if it hasn't been long enough. They may tell you to still email account services. I'm not positive. Okay, so you go through the self-serve reinstatement. It is super self-explanatory. There is an FAQ that is going to go into the Google Drive of this program, but there's also an FAQ for self-serve reinstatement in the workstation. So you can look that up and it actually gives you exactly what that person sees. Now, if they are trying to reinstate, they do not have to reinstate under the person that originally enrolled them. They can choose a new sponsor. Okay, so when they go to reinstate, it's going to ask them if they want to use the same sponsor or if they want to choose someone else. So when they go to do that, they can type in your name if they want you to be their person. They can type in your name and choose you. Now, if they go to reinstate and they choose the previous sponsor, that's on them. So if you're trying to get somebody to reinstate under you, you need to be very specific with them about choosing you, not to just go and click through it really, really fast. Okay? Because there's nothing that they can do once that's done. All right? And then if their previous sponsor is no longer with Cincy, then it will, if they if they don't choose somebody, what's going to happen is they are going to reinstate under that person's upline. So for instance, I had somebody reinstate under me, but the person that they had originally signed up under went inactive. So when they signed up and they didn't choose a new sponsor, they rolled up to me. Okay? So also things to know with reinstatements. They are not eligible for Shooting Star, Sensational Start, any of that stuff. Why? Because they had one opportunity to earn that when they've first joined the very first time. So they don't get to re-earn that stuff. All right, so no, they're not eligible for any of those awards. They can rejoin for free, and that's exactly what they'll do. And then my suggestion is for them to pay their website fee and order their reinstatement kit. Now, their reinstatement kit can only be ordered during the month that they reinstate. So they can't reinstate today and go and buy a reinstatement kit next month. They need to know that if they're going to buy the reinstatement kit, it needs to be in the same calendar month. Okay? That reinstatement kit is $59. There is no way for them to get it any cheaper. That's the kit price. It's actually a very good price because if you price just a pack of catalogs and a full set of testers, it's almost the exact same. So I would definitely suggest getting that reinstatement kit for them, so that, or them ordering that reinstatement kit. Okay. Then they have the current month that we're in, and then the next month to get active. So you want to make sure that you're helping them sell their 200 PRV either in the current month or in the next month. Okay. So that is where that happens with reinstatements. Now, also, reinstatements are not going to count for the current incentive or any incentive that we are working towards, okay? Because, or at least right now. So with the Grow with the Flow incentive, those reinstatements do not count as new consultants for you because they're not brand new consultants that were personally enrolled by you for the very first time during this incentive. Now, I know that may seem like a bummer. However, you don't want to discount somebody from reinstating because they're not going to count towards your incentive. Because number one, that's not why we sponsor people. We sponsor people to bless their lives. But reinstatements, I know Crystal is on here right now and she is a reinstatement. You never know what somebody's going through or what went on or how they were trained the first time. And she came back and hit director last month. Hello. You want reinstatements, even if they're not brand new and you're not going to get the points for them for being a reinstatement. But they are going to count for your frontline. And we all know for promotions, you have to have minimum of active frontline. So yes, Caroline, and I hope that you are killing it now that you're back with us. But they're going to count for active frontline. And if you want to build a big business, you should always be building your frontline. If you are not building your frontline, you are not going to build a big business. And you don't ever want to be at the point where you're not getting paid at title because you don't have enough active frontline. And we'll talk more about that kind of stuff later. But reinstatements are something that is fabulous and you should be using to your advantage. So if somebody was a previous Cincy consultant, they can't get a new kit. They are not eligible for the brand new rewards, but they can come back and be your rock star. And it only takes one person to completely change your business. Okay. Now for that reinstatement kit, they are able to order that under the orders tab in their workstation. Okay. It will take 24 to 48 hours for that to be able to populate. So I know some people reinstate and then they like can't order their kit. Well, it's because I believe it's like a manual process, and I think it may update overnight. So once they reinstate, they can go in under an individual order and type in reinstatement, and they will be able to order their kit. Okay, so that is that. Does anybody have any other questions about reinstatements? I know I talked to you guys yesterday or the other day about my new consultant welcome packets. My reinstatements also get one of those. Okay, the only difference between my new consultant packet and my reinstatement packet is that I don't include the shooting star information, the sensational start information. I don't include that, but I do include a reinstatement kit printout, which you can find under starter kits in your workstation. You'll just go to starter kits, and I think it's the very bottom one, and it's called the reinstatement kit. I do send them that in the mail as well, because guys, you don't know what these people were trained like before. Things change in Cincy. You need to treat them like a brand new consultant. Just because somebody is a reinstatement doesn't mean that they know everything. It doesn't mean that they don't know anything, but we're going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt of never being trained, because that's what we do here, and we're going to treat everybody the same and set them up for success. Okay? So, I hope I answer. I feel like that's all the things for reinstatements. You want them. And you can go and ask people if they've ever been a previous Cincy consultant, and they can come back for free. And if somebody doesn't have the money to buy that $59 kit right now, I mean, that's okay. We want everybody to be able to have testers and catalogs. But if they want to come back completely for free and try, why not offer them that opportunity? Especially right now when everything's online. I mean, yes, for them to be able to share their website, they're going to have to pay the $10 fee. But guys, if you're not paying for your website, I really don't even know what to tell you, because I sent out like 25 thank yous yesterday or the day before, and they were all from online orders this month. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that because people are online and they're shopping. And if somebody was a previous Cincy consultant before and they say that they weren't successful, figure out why they feel like they weren't successful. Is it because they're just that type of person? Or is it because they weren't trained appropriately? Is it because they didn't try? Is it because they had something tragic go on in their life and they just put their kit down instead of picking their kit up? Figure out what went on with them before. And I mean, I've had people reinstate 3 and 4 times and never sell anything anytime they reinstate. And there's nothing I can do about that, because I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But I'm going to give them the opportunity to bless themselves and bless their families. So bring back all the reinstatements. People that were with Cincy in 2007 can come back for free and buy that reinstatement kit and have a business again. So don't discount growing your team by reinstatements just because you're not going to get those new points. Okay? Because a reinstatement is something that can bless you and can bless them. And when it comes down to it, the reason why you should want to be growing your team is to bless people and to help people's lives be changed for the better, right? It's not about an incentive, and you always want to grow your front line. So don't discount that. I hope that answered all of your questions about reinstatements. And I just want to keep reiterating that. Like, you still want reinstatements. You still want frontline, regardless of whether they're brand new or they're reinstating. You want frontline if you want to build a big business and you want to teach your frontline to do the same thing. Okay? I hope this helped you guys. I will post a little graphic that I have for reinstatements, and I hope you guys have a fabulous Tuesday.